Right, I'm wrong.
May I get your first and last name and spell it for me?
Diarra Bradley, Diarra. Bradley, Bradley.
And who are you, just so for the record?
I'm Jeremiah's father.
First off, man, how are you feeling right now? I know it's a hard question, but how are you feeling?
I never thought this could happen. I hear stuff, and I have friends that done lost their kids and everything, but I never thought, somebody take my baby's life. I mean, it wasn't like he was a bad kid. It's just the environment, that we live in. It ain't like how it was when we was younger. It's everybody picking up a gun now. Just coward, man. It's coward. It's just.
I know it's hard to process. Have you fully processed what happened to your son? It's only been a couple of days.
I haven't fully processed it, but yes, I have, because we would talk to each other on the phone. He'll call me. He always called his little brother. He always wanted to see his little brother. I have a 2-year-old son, and he always checked on his sister. So he was always a protector. And I'm used to that call. And I ain't gonna get that no more. I mean, I be trying to stay strong, because I have to stay strong for my daughter. I have a 6-year-old daughter. They grew up together. They was real close with each other. I mean, we all took it hard, but she took it. She tried to go to school and try to keep going, but it's just like, something just ain't right. It's not right. I just fully ain't grabbed it yet. I can't. It's hard for me.
But at the end of the day, you're a human being. You don't have to be strong. Not right now, at least.
Right.
You lost your son.
Right. But it's the thing, when it comes to my kids, I have 5 kids. So I have an older daughter. She don't live here in Columbus. So, and she was took from me at a young age. So I really didn't know about raising no kids. But then I had my son. My son is the one that taught me how to love. That's my first love. That's my first everything. He the one that gave me the strength and the knowledge to understand how to raise my other kids. He been around me since, he's my baby. And we had our own bond. I feel like, I was hard on him, but I was hard on him because I know he had potential. He's very intelligent. He stopped going to school, then he started going back to school. I just wanted him to, just do right. I did it. I feel like if I could get my diploma, you could get yours. Because stuff wasn't all sweet like that when I was a kid. So, it's just hard. It's hard.
Can you take me back to where you found out that your son was killed? Where were you? Who called you?
Okay. This is what I was doing. He called me earlier, Monday, he called me Sunday. He was with me.
Your son?
Yeah, my son and my brother Sean, we was all together. We went on my dad's Sunday. That Monday, he kept asking me, he said, "Dad, can I get my little brother?" I said, "Yes, I got you." I was like, "Let me go to my doctor's appointment, my eye doctor appointment, then you could get him." So when I came home, long story short, I went fishing. It was like 6:30. I went over his house about 6:45. Nobody answered. I'm texting him like, "Where you at?" I get home, about to get in the shower. It's like probably like 7, and my brother Sean called me like, I thought he said shoot over to my son's house, but he said my son got shot at his house. And I'm what? I hurry up, put my clothes on, I run over there, and the paramedics is pulling off. And then we get down to the hospital, and they had us sitting down there forever, and then when they brought us back to the room, I couldn't believe it, because people were saying he got shot in his shoulder. And I'm like, he gonna be all right, he's all right, he all right. And his brother got shot in the stomach, so, and his friend got shot in the arm, so I'm like, he's gonna be all right. So when we went back there, I didn't expect them to give me that news. It crushed me, man.
What did you do?
I just left, man. I couldn't. I just went outside and I just left, and because I had to come home and explain to my daughter. My daughter lives with me. My 16-year-old and my 2-year-old live with me full time. So, I have to come home and I have to give her this news, and that just it crushed me the most, because you know I get home and I can't find the words to tell you your brother gone, and it just, all I could do was just hold her. I just held her that night, and we cried. It ain't right.
I see you getting emotional.
Yeah.
What are you feeling, man? What is going through your mind right now?
My baby gone. He ain't coming back. Man, it ain't right.
Why do you think anyone would want to do this to your son? Was he robbed, or what was going on?
I just heard it was a fight. Somebody got in a fight. Somebody's. It was between a girl and a. I don't know. I just hear so many stories. I don't know. I just know that they was out there fighting, and somebody just pulled out the gun and just shooting in the crowd. That's all I heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, what, or nobody, or no names or anything. I just know my baby got hit, and his brother got hit, and his cousin got hit. Like, I don't know.
This is a whole family.
Yes. Like, the brother the one that got shot in the stomach, that's his brother. You know what I'm saying? They got the same. No, they got the same mother, just different dads. You know. But they lived in the same household, them two. And the stepbrother, I say it's his stepbrother because my son's mother's youngest son is his brother. So I mean, we just looked at each other. We all family. You know, I didn't distinguish the two or like make it seem like TJ wasn't. You know, his brother wasn't my son. That's my baby. They're my babies. You know what I mean? So I was just devastated. Like.
The mother of your children.
That's real quick. You're good. I'm just gonna
I'm sorry.
put it over here.
All right.
It's kind of like.
The mother of your children. How is she holding up?
How she holding up? She, you know, it's different from a mother and a father. You know, a father, you know what I'm saying, she carried my son. You know what I'm saying? She birthed my son. She did everything with my son. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can't even speak on that. I can't even feel her. I don't know how she feel. I know what I'm going through, but you know what I'm saying? Just the man, she's devastated. She devastated, man. Like that's her baby. You know what I'm saying? 2 of her babies got shot, and 1 of your babies is gone. Like, man, he was like the second of the youngest. You know what I mean? So it's just.
How old was his brother? Is his brother?
I think his brother is 19.
He's a little bit older.
He's a little older. He's just a year older.
How is he holding up? Where
You know what? He's still in the hospital, but I don't know. I haven't made it that far. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? My family been coming around me and trying to keep me. You know what I'm saying? Like positive. And, you know, I got in a motorcycle accident like a couple years ago. And I was thinking selfishly, like I wouldn't care if I would, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't thinking right. And then, you know what I'm saying, I had thoughts in my mind like, I wish I'd rather die than to see my baby die. And that's not cool. It's not cool that my baby is gone and I made it and he's gone. Like, that's not cool. And it's hard. It's hard for me to live with that. If I could switch places with him, I would. No doubt. It's my baby. It's my baby. I don't care whatever people think, you know what I'm saying, or know about my son or how he was. At the end of the day, when he come home, you know what I'm saying, come with me, he's my baby. That's my baby boy. He knows it. He runs around, he moves around here however he want. You know what I'm saying? He was a good kid. Like, he'll light up the room when he come in. You know what I'm saying? Just like I've been, you know, being in a barbershop and they like, last time we seen him it was like a couple days before he passed away. He come in the barbershop, he's always happy. He always make everybody laugh. You know what I mean? He's just a loving kid, man. And very respectful. You know, it's very. I raised him like that. You know, to be respectful. And you know, I always got good reports about him. Like, oh, your son, he's a handsome, well-mannered young man. I'm like, yeah. You know, I had to instill that in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't raised like that. You're not gonna run around here being no heathen. You know, so I mean.
What were his dreams?
Huh?
What were his dreams or aspirations? What did he want to do back then? He's only 18.
Right.
The whole life ahead of him.
You know, man, only thing I know, you know, he wanted to get his GED, and he kept talking about, Dad, I want a kid, I want a kid. And I'm like, man, come on, man, I'm too young to be a grandpa, man. I don't want you to have no kids yet, you know, like. And I'm just saying, like, he just wanted to live life and just have fun and just go wherever he wanted, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he wanted to. I mean, he was going to be here for his mother because he, you know, that's his mother, you know what I'm saying? He loves his mother, man, like no other. Like, their bond, like I say, I don't know as far as the other kids of her kids, but I know their bond is just like, man, like his mother, his best friend, you know, he's everything to him. So all he was worried about is protecting his mother. He really didn't have, you know what I'm saying, and he wanted to make sure that, you know, he made us proud because, you know what I'm saying, I was upset that he stopped going to school. You know what I'm saying? And he looked at it like I was looking down on him. I'm like, not looking down on you. I just know you could, I know the potential that you have. Just do what I ask of you. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have whatever you want from me. He know that. He could have anything he want. I would give him the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old he get. You know what I'm saying? I just had to try to show him tough love, and I feel like I did something wrong because I should have been, I don't know if I should have been more lenient or what, because I mean, I don't have that chance to smooth it out with him. You feel me? Like, he used to be timid when I come around. I'm like, man, come on, man, relax, man. But you know what I expect of you, though. You know, so.
You did the best you could do, man. I mean,
I tried, man.
And you were there. That's more than what a lot of fathers are doing. My father wasn't there. I wish I would have had somebody tough on me, you know?
Right.
So don't do that to yourself, you know?
Right.
You did the best you can do.
But for the most part, he's a good kid, man. He's a good kid.
What do you want the public to know, the number one thing out of all of this, to know about your son?
About my son?
Yeah.
What I want him to know, you know, he wasn't a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people know him, and they know of him and everything. He's a good kid. Like, his spirit is just like everything. You know, he just lights up the room when he come in. He's always happy. He's always smiling with his big old smile. You know what I'm saying? It's just always cracking jokes and stuff. He wasn't no bad kid. You know, you gotta, you know, where we come from, we gotta adapt to our environment. So, you know, it ain't, we could be that humble kid at home, but you know, you can't be like that on the streets. They'll eat you up out here. You know what I'm saying? So he had to adapt to his environment. So who he is outside, I never heard nothing bad about him. I just know that he was a good kid, but he wasn't scared of nothing. Like, you know, you ain't gonna just do anything to my son. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we you know, that's how we was raised, to protect ourselves. So I mean, for the most part, to know about my son, he was a good kid. He was a happy, loving young man. You know what I'm saying? I keep referring to him as a kid and my baby because, I mean, I know he's a grown man. He's 18. You know what I'm saying? But he's my baby. He's always going to be my baby. You know, and that's how I talk to him. I always talk to him as my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get it twisted. Like, he's a grown man, and he carried himself right. He did. And he always used to be up under me. He'll come under me and kick it with his, be with his siblings. But he always was up under my brother, and I never had a problem with that. I loved him for that. And my brother treat him like it's his own. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's his son too. You know, and I love my brother for that because, I mean, anything that would happen, he always came back and talked to me about it, or he'll check him if he was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, he get out of line sometimes, but for the most part, I mean, he's growing up, you know, so you got to bump your head, but for the most part, we raised him right.
Police, they arrested someone.
Mm-hmm.
How did that make you feel to hear that?
Man. I don't know. I have no answer for that. I have no answer. I don't know.
Do you know the person who they arrested?
No, not at all. I don't know him at all.
Was there any sense of relief or anything?
I mean, to others it's a relief, but it's never a relief because my son's still gone. You know, so no. I'm just numb to that.
Is there any message you want to give if the person was listening right now who's responsible? What would you say to him?
I feel as though pulling out a gun and just shooting in a crowd or just shooting period over a fight, you're a coward. And you're a coward. All you have to do is get out there and fight. If it was a whole bunch of people out there, you gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them. You know, if it ain't looking right, then just go on about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't go to that point. You know what I'm saying? And then about being a punk. See, that's what's wrong with these little kids. They think like, it's a whole bunch of, I ain't going there, let's go get the gun. No, just, you know, hey, listen, the odds is against us, man. We don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go our way, our separate ways. We could do this again another day or something. You know what I'm saying? If it's that much tension. But the whole thing that happened was stupid. Over somebody's windows getting busted out or something. It's just goofy. Like, come on, man, a girl, and I don't know. It's just, I just think that was a coward act, and you know, and if the shoe was on the other foot, how would they feel? So
one thing I noticed about these types of situations, so many times in the city, in Columbus, these shootings are revolving around our black community, our black kids, our black men. Is there anything to learn from this? What do you think?
Man, that's a good one. It's hard. It's for one, the odds is against us. Because why I say that is because everybody is on this shoot 'em up, bang bang stuff. The music and what the people need to stop doing is your kid is not your friend. It's not your homie. There's nothing wrong with showing discipline with your kid. Your kid can't always be happy, or you can't always be willing. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with these kids. No, their parents treat them as their friends and let them, and basically they raising they self. There's no structure. You know what I mean? Like if there was more structure, all this stuff wouldn't be happening. This stuff wouldn't be going on. You know, like I just don't. That's where me and my son bumped heads at. I'm not your friend. I'm still your father. Yeah, I can laugh and joke with you, but when it comes to like serious stuff or stuff you need to be doing, my dad instincts kick in. Like, nah, you're not gonna carry yourself like that. You're gonna do what I tell you to do. Quit playing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not enough of that. You know what I'm saying? On both parts, mom and father. You know what I'm saying? Fathers ain't being there for their children. I stands on being a father. You know what I'm saying? My father, he was around, but I'm talking about that would be considered as a dad. It's a difference between a dad and a father. I'm a father first, before anything. So I'm in my kid's life, and I make sure, you know what I'm saying, that they try to do right while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So when you get older, you can teach your kids the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's come on, you know, you just gotta do better, man, with your kids, man. Do better. They're not your friends, man. Never could be my friend, and then you came from me. I mean, we could be, you know, you my baby. That's what's wrong with folks, and they feel as though like your kids out here running the streets and they getting money. You content with that, long as they taking care of you too. Man, I don't understand that. I don't have no understanding of that. There's no reason my kids should be taking care of me. No. I'm always gonna be the provider of my family. I mean, so it's just parents need to do better. I mean, I'm saying, but it's a lot of parents is doing it. It's just that the odds is against us because of the environment they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? This ain't this ain't nowhere. We talking about the South Side of Columbus. It's hard. It's hard to live through this. I lived it. You know what I'm saying? Living on the South Side and all the gang banging and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's different now. It was only 1 or 2 shooters back then. Everybody shooting now. So it's just like you got to do better. 'Cause it's not good, man.
Is there anything else I feel to ask you, sir, that you feel like you want to get out there? Any question I feel to ask?
No.
Any questions you got for him? No. He was shot at that library. Is it hard for you to drive by there?
Yeah, very hard. Very hard. I wouldn't lie to you. I live. My shop is on College in Livingston. I go down Livingston. I'll go down Whittier just to get past to get to Lockbourne. It's hard, man. It's hard that my baby was laying out there in the back of there. It's hard to me. So yeah, it's a lot of things, and everything reminds me of. You know, I walk in, I see pictures, and my baby on the wall. He's always going to be on the wall. I have a picture in my own room that I look at every morning when I get up. You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like, I mean, he's here. I get up and brush my teeth and look in the mirror. I'm looking at him. He look just like me. He's my twin. Like he always be like, "What's up, twin?" or "What's up, OG?" You know what I'm saying? That's my son, man. That's my baby boy. So I mean, he'll never be forgotten. You know, that's my first love. It's my first love, man. That's my baby boy.
People say time heals all wounds. Do you think that?
No. I disagree with that. Yeah, when it comes to like I say, like a mother, you can never forget. That'll never heal. A father, it depends. You know, it never heal. But somebody that came from you, you'll never forget that. Never. When you look at your kids and there's one kid missing, you know what I mean? When you look at, I got 3 girls and 2 boys. I got a 2-year-old that reminds me of him every day when he was a baby, man. Look exactly like him. And I'm like, I could never forget it. I can never forget. I can never let it go. That's my heart. If it weren't from him, I wouldn't even know how to love my daughters and my sons. I wouldn't know how to love. So it's just.
Get your 2 shot,
Okay.
man.